All right, everybody. We are live, up and running. Welcome, 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 everybody. And I'm super excited you're here. This is a super important topic today, and I'll give everyone a couple seconds to jump on. We are on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You can join us in the Average Sucks community. You have the opportunity to grab us on your fan page or any which way that you get an opportunity to connect as you're jumping on. Let us know that you're here. And we're going to have a good conversation here today, a great conversation today about life and about what's going on. And when all of this stuff, I don't even know a better word to put it, when all of this stuff began a few months back, I mean, it's few turned into a half a year ago. It was like we were on Facebook Live every single minute. We were doing YouTube videos. We were promoting, helping, doing whatever we could to assist people. So I've come back a little bit on that. So I wanted to make certain to get like a couple of weeks worth of information jammed into each and every one of you very quickly. So we're gonna get started in about 35 seconds. If you haven't promoted this yet, take a couple seconds and grab the link. Our team is putting it in there. It'll be under Team Burnoff. They're gonna put it down below how to share this. So if you're watching it in the Average Sucks community, congratulations, you're already in the inside. If you're on the fan page, congratulations, you can watch it there as well. I'm also going to tell you each and every one of you can share this link with people. So grab it, put it on your page. This is designed, what I'm about to share here right now, to do what's called a wake-up call to the internet. And the reason why is I'm sick and tired of reading every post from political to medical to everything going on. And the world needs information that it would have heard in February or January or December of last year when things were what they were, that they still are in so many ways if you have the ability to see very clear. And the reason I'm asking you to learn how to see very clear is, and that's a lot of what this is about right now, is there are two groups of people, and I'm going to share this with you right now. And I'm not talking about right and left. I'm not talking about politics. I'm not talking about COVID believers and non-COVID believers. There are people that are doing it right now, doing incredible things in their life and in the world and making amazing things happen. And then there are people that are stuck. And I don't mean stuck because they have challenges. I mean stuck in the conversation that isn't working. So I want to welcome all of you. Take a couple seconds. You're jumping on. Give it a like, give it a love, give it a heart. Let us know you're here, and physically take a second and share on your wall what we're doing here right now. And the biggest reason I want to do that is there's enough negativity out there in the web. I want to be one of the producers of positivity and power out there for the world. So welcome everybody. And Team Burnoff had just posted on the sheet. They'll post it in both of the groups, or all three of the groups, how to access and share this with anybody that you care about. So I got a big question for you, and I posted this down below, and I put this in the comments when I sent out that I was going to be doing this yesterday, and I said, I am sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm over it. I'm done with it. I don't want to have the conversation anymore. It's over. And I'm not talking about anything in particular. I'm talking about the distraction that is massive, that is going on in the world and stopping so many of you from having incredible lives right now. And I'm not talking about masks. I'm not talking about politics. I'm not talking about COVID. I'm talking about the things that are slowing human beings down from making things work the way they want. Because on the other side of all of this, there are people making fortunes in the stock market. There are people helping people all over the world. There are doctors healing people every day. And I haven't seen any doctors out there at all. I've seen like statistics and deaths and different things. I would love it if every doctor, and I know so many of them that have healed people from COVID, literally would start posting on the web, healed 10 today, healed 15 today, healed 17 today. And if everybody did it, we would be living in a culture, in a world right now of ecstatic people go, wow, things are getting better. Thousands of people are getting better from the doctors that I'm seeing online. Hundreds of people are starting businesses. Thousands of people are making money on the stock market. People are figuring out what to do after unemployment wore off. Everything is going great. But instead, the media or just the social media or us as people are feeding into really wanting and searching and looking for one really, really large issue that's going on right now. And there's a huge issue that most people don't recognize that they're dealing with. And it's this desire and this huge need that was there pre-COVID. And it's one of the biggest diseases out there in the world. And I'm going to tell you right now what it is. It's bigger than COVID. It kills more dreams, more success, more happiness, destroys relationships, relationships, develops divorces for people they never should have had. And it's really that desire and that need to be right. And I'm going to tell you, so many people are seeking on the internet ways to prove their rightness. They want to show that their way is correct. Now, I'm all for getting things out there and getting things in front of people. But I'm also going to tell you, you can't spend your whole day desiring to be right. What you have to figure out how to do is, how do you get on with your life and make your life work truly the way you want it to? So I'm pumped about today. And the biggest reason is, and I got to ask all of you, if you're sick of it, put down I'm sick of it. And we're playing average, we're playing small. You can give me a hashtag average sucks down below, or I'm a sick of it and I'm done with this down below, and it's got to be over. And the reason I'm saying it's got to be over is we decide when things change as people. And the reason I tell you that is there's nothing more powerful than an idea. And the reason I'm telling you why I'm bringing this up, that there's nothing more powerful than an idea in your life, is that we all have ideas. And the idea of what you share, depending on the idea, permeates inside of people's brains. So the idea that the world is coming to an end, the idea that COVID is going to kill everybody, the idea mask on, mask off, wax on, wax off, all of us are dealing with all of these things. But I want to bring you back to a human principle. I want to tell you, even though we're dealing with what we're dealing with worldwide right now, the way the world works spiritually, the way the world works globally has not changed. And the reason why is, I got to ask all of you a question. How many of you watching this right now would love, just absolutely love, for your life to be working out better than it currently does, or really love to find a way to just get away from all of this? I remember I would go to, and just give me a yes, I want that. I want to get away from all of this. I remember years ago, I was in a mastermind group, and I mentioned just briefly a show to somebody, and literally there was a guy, wealthy dude, wealthy guy there. And he goes, "Where do you find a show like that?" And I said, "Netflix." He goes, "Huh, I've heard of that." And it was like the funniest thing in the world. Like, of course he heard of it, but he didn't buy it. He didn't download it. He wasn't living on it. He was living his life to get what it is that he wanted. So what I want to share with all of you today is a very, very important message right now. And this should be the biggest message in the world. As we as human beings really have to develop what I'd call purpose. And I'm going to tell you that half of the world, their purpose right now is, and it's always been this way, but you've got ammunition right now, things that you can work on, rights and this and that and everything. And most people are not living with a purpose that's driving them on a regular basis. There's nothing more powerful and positive than a human being on a absolute specific purpose to make their life work right and to get what they want in this world, and really truly understanding the ownership of what's going on. For the last several months, I have been looking people clearly in the eyes. And this is something, when I got into direct sales years ago, I had talked about this. I mentioned it. It was such a big piece of that. And I didn't realize how important this is today in this world. If I learned anything out of all of this COVID stuff, anything out of what they called the lockdown or the quarantine or the financial chaos, anything that was going on in the world, I learned the utter importance for human beings to understand how to control their emotions, their mental states, and their desire to own and control their financial abilities in this world. And I'm going to tell you, you're disillusioned right now if you think that the way to make it in the world right now is just, hope and pray and think things are going to work out good. You have to, more than ever right now, understand the power and the value of what's called free enterprise. We're living here in the majority of the world where free enterprise is available to people. The ability to make something, to sell something, to be part of something, to help another person build their business, to do something. And the purpose of helping a human being build something that makes the world better than it currently is one of the greatest purposes to have. We can sit all day and we could argue online about the things that are right or wrong in this world, or we get to be part of the solution. And one of the fastest ways to be a solution is if you are a business owner. I truly believe if you are a business owner or somebody that works directly with a business owner, you have the ability to make some of the most rapid change in the world, create jobs, create skills, offer people hope, create new technology, create new things. Because if anything I've seen in the last 6 months is we have slowed down our drive to have this purpose in our lives. And the part of the biggest thing is all of us have to recognize a very simple thing right now. We can have challenges going on in the world. And I don't know what happened to people in this world. I don't know what happened where we believed and we took on this ridiculous ridiculous belief, but I got to really hit everyone home with this. Maybe it happens when we're children. Maybe it happens at a very, very young age, why people just can't get up and get on with their lives and make things happen and do what they need to do. But there's this thing that occurs when we're younger. And why it is like something bad happens and we wait for somebody to save us, or we wait for somebody to bail us out, or we wait for someone to come get us. I know when Eddie Vedder with Pearl Jam put out the song Release back in the day, it was all about his dad never showing up again in his life and waiting every night to get him. He would get 20,000 letters a day, I believe he said, or a week, forgive me, 20,000 letters a week from kids that's parents went through a divorce, dads that left them, waiting for dad to show up. What I am going to tell all of you is that no one as a grown adult is going to save you, but you do have to understand two very, very important things. Every single one of us has to remember one very important thing. As a human being, if anything I learned out of all of this is we are not owned. You are not owned. I am not owned. And we need to take our ownership back as people and recognize there's a lot of things in our control that you and I have the ability to control. We have the ability to control when and how we make money. You might say, Michael, but you don't get it. My job is gone. Great. You learn skills at that place, which allow you to become an entrepreneur, allow you to become a business owner, help somebody else grow what they do. We need to take ownership back of our lives and start recognizing, looking in the mirror and going, as entrepreneurs, as people, we have the ability to own how and when we make money. As long as it's free and as long as it's allowed, we have the ability to do that. We also have the ability to own what we think about, what we control, who we surround ourselves by. But Michael, you don't understand. It comes to my feeds. Then get the fuck off the platform. Get off the platform if it doesn't work for you. And the reason I'm telling you that is each and every one of us has to take our ownership back. None of us have been branded. None of us are stamped. All of us are living in a world right now where we are not owned, and we have the ability to own very specific things. How and when we make money, our emotional thoughts, who we surround ourselves with, and what we do with our time. So my question for you is, now that you understand that, remember that, get that, my question for you is, what are you going to do with that? One of the biggest gifts we've been giving people over the last several months, and I had no idea it was such a gift to so many people. I thought we were just helping people doing what we do. I didn't realize that giving people an alternative to their natural tendency gives them an option. One of the things you may want to write down and put in a post, put it down below, would be huge to think about. You want to get rid of negativity. You want to get rid of the doubt that goes on in the world. We've got to get ourselves in front of the right and appropriate information. So part of that is we've been giving away people call to action for months, our 5-day coaching program. I never thought like why it was so valuable. Yes, it got people to get more done. Yes, we've been helping people get ahead. Yes, we've been helping people make things go the way they want in the world. Yes, we've been getting people to be positive. But most importantly is we have been distracting people from the way that people have been doing things. So this has been one of the greatest gifts that we have given people. And it wasn't just that they're starting to make more money or they're getting their head and they're feeling more confident in what they're doing. By giving human beings call to action, it was how many more hours a day were they not on Netflix? How many hours a day were they not sending memes back and forth about their political party? How many times, and folks, you think that's going to make a difference, sending memes back and forth about your person or their person or what we should do or what things? Come on. We're causing part of the problem. You're making people focus on the wrong thing. Imagine we spent that much effort. Imagine we spent that much effort focusing on sending people memes of positivity, of power, of making things more effective, of sending what they could do, recommending books, passages of books. We're not seeing that on the web anymore. We're seeing conspiracy and nonsense and all that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, there's stuff that needs to be brought to the light. Absolutely needs to be brought to the forefront. There's stuff that people need to see. And if mainstream media won't cover it, it does need to get covered. But I'm telling you, in your main life, in your phone, in the stuff that you're getting, the stuff that you're sharing, my question for you is, how much drive, ambition, and passion are you sharing? So one of the things we've been saying to people for months is spend a couple days with us, work with us on call to action. I'll throw the link down below. If you haven't taken advantage of it, there's no sales pitch for it because there's nothing freaking to buy. It's a couple days. I'm telling you, I did it for me. So I could spend several hours a day working on me, helping you grow. Little website put down below, and just someone from my team will type, take call to action and share call to action, calltoactiontime.com. All of you can post it. Take call to action, do call to action, and the link is calltoactiontime.com. And I'm going to encourage you to go there as quickly as you can. And the reason I'm telling you this, why I'm so passionate about it, is we have to make the change. I swear everybody thinks this is magically going to change. You think of elections, you think that, magically your paycheck's going to change things. We as human beings need to remember a very, very fundamental thing. We are not owned. You are not owned. I am not owned. And if you're not owned, then you have to decide willing to take ownership. Now, the challenge of ownership, and I can be really clear, everybody's going to listen right now. The second you own something, well, it's different than leasing and renting it. It's yours. You're responsible for it. You don't get to give it back. Okay, so it's yours. You've got to choose. Are you going to fully take ownership for what's going on, your finances, your thinking, your friends, the way you live, what's going on? And the second you choose to do this, this is where things change. I see business owners tell me all the time, Michael, I want to be the CEO. I want to be a billionaire. I see these guys online. I want to be wealthy. I'm going to tell you, it's very possible. You have the ability to do all of those things. But what's crazy is you want to be a business owner, but you're running your life like a limited liability company. Like, I'll be responsible for that, but not that. But I'll blame them, but not this. You've got to really understand, are you going to be the own sole proprietor of what it is that you do? So I'm calling out to business owners right now. And the reason I am, and people that help people run businesses, to know that you have the greatest ability to create change. And I'm going to tell you, all the people that I've been seeing recently that are making the biggest changes I've seen in my life, maybe it's because I only know entrepreneurs and people that work with entrepreneurs. Maybe that's what it is. And if you got a great job, congratulations, you do a great job at your great job. And the reason is we need to show people that there's great people doing great things in this world right now. And you may be saying, but Michael, if I act all positive and everything's all good all the time, are people not going to like me? I don't know whether they're going to like you or not. I just know people take the best alternative they have. And one of the greatest gifts that we have as human beings is this thing called the brain and the mind. And the way that your brain and the mind work, they're very, very simplistic. They basically want to protect you from everything that's going on. So it notices everything negative that's going on in the world. So it's a negative attraction mechanism that all of us have. You have it. I have it. We have this negative attraction, this desire to attract to things. If you're liking any of this, give me a like, give me a love, give me a thumbs up right now with what's going on. Post down below. Keep the conversation going. Wake up Facebook guys. What's happening right now on what I'm sharing with you. So the whole thing is, we've got to decide, what type of environment do you want to live in? And I've realized that some people got to the point where they said never again, and enough is enough. I want to think about what that matters right now. Why never again and enough is enough? Now, you've got to choose what you want for a life. Do we live in fear? Do we live in doubt? Do we live in worry? Or do we choose to live? I see so many people that say they have faith, but they don't have faith to live their lives and do what they want, to do the things that they really want to do. I would be having this conversation whether COVID was around in the world. I'd be having this conversation right now whether we were dealing with a political situation or everybody dealing with what they're dealing with. I'm going to ask everyone to open up their eyes and ask you a very simple question. Are you living your life the way you truly want to live it? Are you doing the things that you really want to do? If not, how do you get at that? How do you get at that as much as you can? I know we have limitations. I know our kids, and some of them are in school, and I know Maya's homeschooling right now, and Tara's not back at college yet. I get it. We got all kinds of things happening. I know that offices are closed and some are open and all kinds. I get it. There's those limitations. But my question is, what type of person are you building right now based on what's going on? So when I made that sheet the other day and I threw this up there and I said your future, I'm going to tell you, gone, 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 gone. Opportunity. Opportunity for all of us is your future. So my question is, what have you built out of the last couple of months? What have you built for you? What have you built for yourself? And if you haven't built, what are you going to do to start building now? I look at this whole crisis and this whole COVID thing. Yeah, people are dying. Yeah, people are sick. Yeah, it's awful what's happening. I have a lot of close friends that 8-10 weeks later, man, they're not doing well. I get it. But then I have thousands of friends that are doing just fine. And they're looking at the one friend with the problem and they're hoping that it's not them. I remember years ago, Superman, real Superman. Not the man on the movie, but the real man who played the part. And what he said is very, very simply, and he said it in a Superman voice very, very amazingly well. He says, I don't feel bad for people that have disabilities. I feel bad for able-bodied people that don't do anything with their lives. And the reason I keep that in the context of Superman is that's a super statement that everyone needs to understand, is that if you're able-bodied and you're able to do the things you need to do, What's holding you back right now? The world needs inspiration more than ever. It needs people to inspire them to be examples to get ahead. You might say, what's wrong with our world? Here's what's wrong with our world. 1,000 healthy people are looking at one person that's sick and they're not living their lives the way they need to. I'm not pointing at anyone in particular as I'm saying this right now, but what I am saying to all of us is we need to build the world that we really, really need. So I'm going to shape this up in a very simple thing. Number one is we got to take ownership. And I'm going to say that one more time. We got to take the ownership back. Stop thinking Facebook owns you. Stop thinking Instagram owns you. Stop thinking the media owns you. Stop thinking the government owns you. You own you. And if everybody take their own ownership back and be the best version of themselves, that's what makes this whole thing work. The next thing is stop waiting for somebody to solve all of it for you. They're not going to do it. Mentorship and waiting to be healed are two very different things. There's a lot of people you can learn from, share things with. There's a lot of things I can share with you that'll make your life better. Take call to action. I highly recommend you do it. If you haven't done it yet, the actioncall.com. I'll post it again one more time down below. My team will do it. You'll see it under Team Burnoff. Let somebody help you. But waiting for somebody to help you is worse than any death out there in the world. Because guess what, folks? I'm going to look you in the eyes and say, they're not coming. They're not going to save you. They never have, and they never will. So my question for you is, what are you going to do now? What are we going to do as people? Well, one of the greatest things is we've got to get our purpose back. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't have a purpose, I'm going to give you a purpose to borrow. One of the greatest purposes in this world is to be an example for other people. And the reason I'm telling you why it's so important to do this is we more than ever right now need examples. If you're a doctor and you help somebody get well, show that. If you're a business owner and you help somebody make money or save money, show that. We need to be examples of what's possible in the world and show it to as many people as possible. So if you want to borrow a purpose, borrow a good one. Here's the ultimate purpose in life. The full and the complete realization of what you're capable to do here on earth. And I'm going to tell you, if you own that every day, you're not going to be perfect. I tell my kids this all the time. You don't have to worry about being perfect. But we do have to work towards being our best on a regular basis. Your best and perfect are two completely different things. And all the people that I know that are doing well right now, doing really phenomenally well, that are getting ahead and looking at the world going, hey, the stock market's up 20%. Hey, Michael, in the last 6 months. Hey, Michael, I'm buying businesses. Hey, Michael, I'm a 401k. Hey, Michael, I'm going on vacation. Less people are on the airlines, all that kind of stuff. You choose your median on what you want to work on. But all those people have put on their blinders because it's very easy to put on blinders when you're blind to the fact that all that stuff doesn't matter. What matters most to every one of us as human beings is a very simple thing, to really remember this very basic fact: your purpose on earth, why you were brought here as a purpose on earth, is to make this world better, is to fully realize what you're capable of being while you're here and to stop playing small. It was never on a birth certificate anywhere that this human being is destined to read memes and be negative online and attack their neighbor and be pissed off and be angry. There's ultimate possibility that was written there. It was a blank line. The name was created. The desire was built by you, but you've got to understand, what are you going to do? So here's some of the stuff that I learned over the last couple of months that have been really, really helpful for me. Number one, it's never going to be easy. And what amazing about that is when it's challenging, it's the greatest time to grow. And it was easy for a long period of time. So if you want to build stamina, you want to build strength, because we're going to need that in the world, you do it now. You push now. It's not easy to get up and go to the gym. It's not easy to push stuff. It never was easy. I know it's more challenging now when your gym's closed. I get it. It's more challenging now when the kids are at home and you're homeschooling. I get it. I totally understand. But nothing's stopping you from doing 30 push-ups right now. As soon as this thing's over, just drop in me for a minute. Go drop and do 30 right now. No, nothing's stopping. You can't do 30, you do 15. You can't do 15, you do 10. Nothing's stopping you from drinking water. You've got the ability to drink more water, to feel healthier, to do the things you want to do. Nothing's stopping you from auto-buying some vitamins and doing the things you need to do, starting with the basics, your health, starting with the simple things start to make the difference. I'm also telling you, nothing's stopping you for making your future work. See, the one thing I'm noticing, the biggest thing of all is, and this is just sad, and I cringe that I have to tell you this is, but 90% of the world was waiting for this to happen. The virus, the political unrest, all that stuff, so they could have a legitimate global excuse for not getting the life they want. They look in the mirror and go, you know what? I would have done it, but I wanted to do it, but you and I both know people that are doing it right now. If you say I know it, I'm telling you, I fall for it, you fall, we fall for it, we all fall for it. Our old average is always looking for an excuse. So I wrote the book Average Sucks, is looking for an excuse for you to stay who it is that you are so it can avoid it, so it can sit back down, it can give up, it can get out of the growth game. The growth game means the old you dies and the new you that's born. I'm going to tell you, a new breed of entrepreneur is going to come out of what's going on. A new breed of student is going to get developed out of all of this. A new breed of teacher is going to get developed. I saw today a meme online. Someone said, Mr. Rogers did everything virtually. Mr. Rogers was an actor. Mr. Rogers was a minister. Mr. Rogers gave a shit whether those kids got it. So when he put his word out there and he turned on that screen and that camera went on, he could read into the soul and look at the soul of that kids. Some teachers do that. Most don't. And teachers better adapt. I don't feel bad for you, because as business owners, as people in this world, you either adapt or you die. I studied Darwinism. You studied Darwinism. This is one of those things. I've said for years, one of the greatest gifts they should do is find the greatest teachers in the world, put them on an IMAX screen, give kids things to play with, okay, so they can do it. Watch them on the big screen, the best teachers, the best ones in the world. Let kids watch them. And you know what? Pay them $1 million a year. Why would you pay them $1 million a year? Because they're that good. I'm going to tell you, the world needs people to get better. So I look at this whole COVID thing, and a lot of it's about reframing, is the big shakeup. It's the big shakeup. Yeah, there's the virus. Yes, people are sick. Yes, people are dying. And yes, again, my hearts go out for them. You've all heard that 1,000 times. We're here. It's what we're dealing with. 1,000 people are doing great. One's having a challenge, but 1,000 people are doing great. We can get those 1,000 people to say, it's time to get better. It's time to make things happen the way we need them to. That's when things really start to change in this world. So if I can get a few hundred people that watch this, a few thousand people later, some of you to share this, many of you to take call to action. Again, calltoactiontime.com. Just put the link down below. People can get access to it. Go ahead and get my book, Average Sucks. The reason I want you to read this is like the gateway, how to get through all of this. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, AverageSucks.com. Giving away a bunch of stuff for this right now. But the big thing is why I want to connect with you guys and talk and comment, and we'll see what's going on here with you guys. I'm going to check out the comments, new comments down below. Keep them coming, folks. Keep them coming. I got call to action time. Boom. I'll show that up on the screen right now. You can go to that website, call to action time. You want to work with me live? I'm going to kick your butt. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to remind you who owns you. It's not me. It's you. I'm going to show you who owns you. Years ago, people said to me, Michael, what do you do? I said, I can't help you if you want to, but I'm going to introduce you to the person that can. That's you. I'm going to introduce you to you again. So here's the deal. You either sit down or you stand up. And that's the question right now. Sit down or stand up. And you've got to pick, which is it going to be? Are you going to take a stand for your life of what's going on? Be an example of what's possible. Michael, what can I do? How can I overcome the government? You don't need to. You need to control your environment, your household, your community, the people around you. Figure it out. By being the best possible you possible, standing up for what you believe in, thinking about what's necessary and making things happen. I'm going to challenge all of you right now to really think about this for a second. Are you willing to live a life of purpose? So what is your purpose? To share memes? Is your purpose to talk politics? Maybe it is your purpose. If you get paid for that shit, do it. If it makes a big dent in your life, makes you happy, do it. But what is your purpose right now in your life? And I want you to really examine that right now, because I'm going to tell you, a lot of people have said to themselves, Michael, I am going to create purpose for myself. And the greatest way you create purpose is find one. You might say, Michael, my business is my purpose. Great. But your secondary purpose has to be that other thing that I shared. How to be a person that fully realizes what they're capable of, what's going on in this world. So what I wanted to do right now is take a couple of questions. I believe I could see a lot of this here on the screen, and a lot of you are dealing with a lot of different things right now. And I'd love to answer a couple of questions for a couple of people right now. If you already posted a question above, post it down below. How do I deal with this? What do I do? If you're ready to take ownership, you don't even have to ask a question. You know what you need to do. Hashtag Average Sucks ownership. Put it down below. I know who the winners are. They share this post. They share call to action with people. You also have the ability to connect with us online and, find a way to work with us. Again, go to the website on the screen, calltoactiontime.com. A couple hours a day working with me for a few days, make your life different. So doing things that I haven't stopped on occasion, but then I stop. What's next? So the big question, what's next for all of us? Listen, folks, here's the deal. You don't appreciate what you got till you don't have it. Do you realize what we had? Stop giving it away. We're giving away our freedom right now. And the reason we're giving away our freedom, I'm not talking political freedom. Yeah, we got challenges there too. And open up your eyes, everybody, on what's going on. But what I am telling you, we're giving away our freedom we're giving away our freedom to doubt, to negativity, to lack of focus. And I'm going to tell you, if every one of us can go heads up, heads down. I mean, what I mean by that is heads up, heads down, everything starts to work in the way we need to. So I'm not getting any questions per se at this second. Let me see what I got here. The book changed your life. If you loved Average Sucks, post it down below. If you love Call to Action, we'd love a testimonial from any one of you. I know we had it. Damn, I love to listen to the real perspective on that. Man, I don't care. I stopped caring a long time ago. Listen, I remember I had my friend's grandma say to me, and maybe I should say this online, I don't care. One of my best friends growing up, his grandma said, you know, when you start to live, when you don't care, you flatulate in public. She was 90-something years old, more alive than most 18-year-olds that I know. And she said, I don't care anymore. It took me forever to not care. Folks, we need to stop caring about the wrong things. And we need to start caring about making ourselves as effective as possible. I was talking to a good friend about this the other day, and he says, hey, we gotta get a team and everything together. I said, teams don't work. Teams only work if everybody plays at the highest possible level. I'm going to say it very clearly. The Bulls were not a great team. The Bulls had tremendous players playing at the highest possible level, and everybody did their job. And that's what makes a team work. A team is not, oh, I do my part, you do your part. We all do our best. And that's how things work. And in the world right now, not enough people are doing our best. I could imagine what it would be like. What if through all of this right now, we would have been diagnosed by the government, said, all right, guys, we got the coronavirus coming. Everyone is required to read The Power of Positive Thinking. Break out your Bible, your Quran, your Zohar, your Scientology book. I don't care, your Torah. Break it out. Everybody's required to read 20 minutes a day of positive thinking. Your government tells you to do that. Every day your government says you have to get out and take a walk if you're able-bodied, or you have to do 20 push-ups. Imagine what the world would be like. Every day you have to make certain your vitamin supplementation is done correctly. Every day you are required to send 3 beautiful texts to people that you love and care about. Let me tell you something. Stock market wouldn't be the only thing growing up. Humanity would raise, but they didn't give that. They told us to run and hide and be scared. We need to live again, folks, people. Anyone out there, men, women, people, everybody listen. We need to live. And how do we live? We share love. We share kindness to ourselves. We share love. We share kindness to other people. And if we do that, we accelerate humanity. Imagine the way this story is going to be told. Out of COVID grew a group of human beings that decided to finally live their lives. They got so frustrated, so sick and tired of what was going on. They did it. They made their lives work. I'm going to tell you, the government is never going to give you the diagnosis. You've got to give yourself the diagnosis. They want to test you. I want to challenge you. Think about that. They want to test you, see what you got wrong. They want to see what you got wrong. I want to challenge your ass to see what you're capable of. How strong your immune system could be. How strong your stamina could be. How strong your resolve could be. How good you could get at economics. Think of this. If you're liking what we're saying right now, you give me a yes, you get it. I'm going to tell you, we got to put this out. We've got to put this out to the world. We've got to change the world. I just could imagine. I'm telling you, that's what I would do. If this was my family, I sat down with my family. Okay. I sat down with everybody and I basically said, look, we all got to do our job. We got to do our part. All of us have to do our part right now. You're expecting the people at the store to do their part. You've got to do your part. And you know what your part is? To love, to care for you, then love to care for at least one other person. We get out of this thing unscathed from here. We'll have death, we'll have loss. We always will. We got to stop as human beings thinking to ourselves that we're invincible. It's one of our biggest issues. One of the biggest reasons you're scared is you think you're invincible. You're going to die. Look me in the eyes. You're going to die one day. You know that. It's out of Dan Millman's book. We're all dying from a terminal illness called birth. Birth will kill more people this year than COVID. Most people aren't living. You're alive. You're home, but you're not living. You have to live your life, and you have to decide, are you willing to be alive? And hard part of being alive is making your life work. So I want you to imagine it was a couple of months back. February rolls around. Hey guys, COVID's coming. Hey guys, financial problems coming. Save a little of your money, stack it away, be intelligent, start learning about stocks, start learning about finances, start finding ways to get ahead. By the way, get your immune system going. The next 20 pounds, be a good idea if you decide to lose that starting now. Get your muscle back in your body, start eating more correctly, start doing the things you need to do. Read a couple pages a day. It is mandatory by the government. It is like amendment. Shit, I'll amend right now. No, 0.5, okay, is you got to read. You want to get ahead? Read. Listen, read, grow. That should be right there. Like all Americans are destined by their creator that you need to find a way to read, and you need to get yourself, and all Australians and everyone else in the world desire that you have to read. Read to make this thing work. Put words in here so they come out your mouth and you start to think differently. We got to educate ourselves, folks. So here's the deal. You got to declare right now, big declaration. We're all worried about our rights. You got the right. You're not worried about your rights. You're worried about being right. There's your issue. Stop worried about being right and accept your rights. You have the right to live an incredible life. You have the right to freedom in so many ways. Own them and use them, and stop spitting them out and talking about them. Do what you need to do right now. And I'm just challenging all of you. And the reason I'm saying I'm sick of it, I'm not sick of COVID. I'm sick of our response. I'm not sick of like this whole nonsense with the political stuff. I'm sick of our response. It's time we ignore. It's time we ignore over here and we focus over here. Thousands and tens of thousands of people are doing great. I want to hear their stories. I want to hear what they're doing. The inspiration will change the vibration. The vibration, inspiration will change everything. We can't heal everything, but listen, as I said a minute ago, and I got sidetracked here for a second, and I said, hey, you think we're invincible? It's a virus. Viruses grow, destroy, they kill, they make people get stronger, and then they move on. And we move on eventually too. We don't end here. We start here. So here's the deal. It's gone. Mourn it, get over it. August is almost gone too. Future. You want to build a future? Start scheduling success. Couple ideas. Start reading. If you have nothing to read, get my book, Average Sucks, immediately. Go ahead and get it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. You like it, read it. Number 2, you start sharing great information. You got nothing to share? Go to the share button right now. Don't pause. Go to the share button and share this. If you do not know how to share it, oh my God, I'm in the Average Sucks community. How do I share this? What do I do? How do I share it? We'll post the link down below how you can share with people. Just go find it on my fan page and you can share that. I'll post it up above so you guys can do that. Number 3, get yourself hours a day of intelligent thinking. And if you don't have that, calltoactiontime.com, the website right there. Spend a couple days with me. A couple days, 5 days, nothing to do other than grow your life, make it better, get more of what you want in this world. How to help you do it. I've been doing it for 17 years. COVID didn't knock my ass down. I have my mind right. My emotions. It sucked. A lot of this was going on. Listen, I get it. I get what you're at. I get what's going on. So here's the thing. Grow yourself. Take responsibility for what's going on in your world. Take ownership. Stop waiting for someone to save you. They ain't coming. You save yourself. That's how it works. Real faith is about looking in the mirror and realizing your own God self, what you have inside of you, what you're capable of doing. Everyone's got a higher version of themselves. Own it. Tap into it. And folks, here's the time to use this stuff. Like I tell our students that wanted to learn how to be stronger mentally and emotionally, here's where you practice. It's right now. You don't not practice here. Like I play ice hockey. You practice on the ice. You dream of getting on the ice. Here's time to practice sales skills, business skills, getting ahead in the world, the economy. Practice now. When the challenge is here, this is how we grow. This is how we get more. And I'm also going to tell you, if you haven't joined our Average Sucks community, definitely join our Average Sucks community. Check it out. Join our Average Sucks community if you're not online. It's a group of thousands of people that want to grow their average. It's tinyurl.com/average SUX. Our team will put it in there below. So if you like this, enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a love. And the greatest gift you can give is to share this message and share with people. I'm also going to tell you, if you own my book and it moved you, go do something good for somebody. Go order one for someone right now. Go order the book. It's not, I make pennies on a book. We change lives with this stuff. They take thousands of dollars. Go to Amazon.com. Go buy the book for someone. Ship it to their house. Go to Amazon.com and send somebody the digital version of the book. Go do it. Tell your friend to go do call to action. Wake them up. Go post a meme. And I'm done. I'm done with this whole focus on the. I can't wait to get my Facebook feedback where it belongs. Positive, empowering, uplifting. Shit sucks, and here's how I solved it. This is the problem. This is how I did it. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, everybody. Check out Call to Action, calltoactiontime.com. And if you don't know much about it, when COVID hit, for 17 years, I've been changing people's lives through this telephone call. Literally a telephone. Shit, imagine what I could do. I do live here. Imagine what we could do on a telephone. And the best about why this is empowering, why we do this is it's a way of waking people up, their life they're capable of. So Check it out. I got a course starting as soon as tomorrow, and I'd love to work with you guys. It's amazing. To call to action time. You take August call to action. Share this with people. Open up your messenger right now and tell a couple people to check out call to action. I appreciate all of you. I got an incredible podcast I'll be doing tomorrow. Something really exciting to me. I'm excited about sharing this with you when it comes out. It's gonna be super cool. It'd be like equivalent to like interviewing Walt Disney to somebody. This is my version of that, which I'm so excited about doing this tomorrow. So, all right, guys, appreciate you. If you're on the diagnosis, say I'm all in. Give me an average sucks, hashtag average sucks down below. I'm all in. And a couple things before you leave. Give it a like, give it a love, give it a share. And I just got to challenge all of you. If you didn't get the diagnosis, if you didn't get the letter in the mail, here it is. You own you. Take full responsibility. Take ownership. Appreciate you. You want more of this, you know what you need to do. Let me know it's valuable.